10.
That's Junior.
Yes, Junior.
Van Dyke is so fucked up, Stephen, and he's not even fucked up.
Well, he's got his pen. I see he's got his pen.
This is going to be a dreadful evening. Okay, go on.
There
Stephen.
you go.
What's the first question?
Hey,
we're quite busy, as you can see. We're prepared to go on the stage almost immediately.
Quite. I can feel the pressure right now.
Yes.
This man was getting Hawaiian cigars before the Cuban thing, you know, the entente, and he'd just be post-Batista. This guy is revolutionary. He gets his cigars from
Mojo's
Havana.
balls. If he doesn't like how things are going, you'll see his ball come out.
I'm getting a hetero vibe out of the guy.
Me too. All right, Stephen, what's the question? You direct it to the given and the individual that's going to be responding. To try to keep your answers concise.
Yes, well, concisely, the last time we talked was just before you hit the road, so you were anticipating a really fun time out on the road.
It's been an enormous disappointment.
Oh, really?
The people have let me down.
I'm sure that nobody showed up.
The other musicians, no, they showed up, but they just are insensitive.
Has it been a financial pleasure?
It's been a financial pleasure, but you know, Mojo, I love humanity. Love humanity, but don't trust them. Never trust them.
Why is that?
Well, if you don't know the answer to that question, you obviously know the answer to that question. Stephen, you've dealt with life. You look like a man who's been through many interesting experiences.
Yeah, but those are my experiences. I'm looking for your experiences.
Well, I'm a kind of self-effacing kind of guy. And, you know, I don't like to drag myself into the situation. I like to help others. I like to be around.
You're a giver.
I'm a giver.
That's right.
I'm a giver.
Herpes.
Oh boy, that's
like
the
to share
funniest
stuff.
goddamn
Said
thing
there
I
was a
ever
carrier
heard.
for the U.S. Postal Service, and
I was just trying to get in before he said it.
I said U.S. Postal Service. You know, he's a carrier.
I see this fucker here. If he finds I'm smoking a cigar in here, that changes everything. Changes the dynamic, the personality.
You're going to get paid?
I got to get paid. We got to fucking sell out here. And, you know, anytime the Kinks, those are my two favorite words in the English language.
Get paid. I thought he
Sold
said
out.
to get laid.
Sold out or get
What are
paid.
we doing, man?
Get paid and get laid.
Why are we here?
All right.
Nice shot. 2 points.
Now
All right, Stephen, you're going to kind of have to take charge of this thing. Right?
What's going to be the name of your
I'm
memoir?
trying to talk about the tour, and you know, you said it sucked, but there had to be some
tour
cool
didn't suck.
moments.
The tour
Hey,
was great because we did consecutive back-to-back shows, 35 of them, and we were running on pure adrenaline all the time, and we got out of Dodge after each show, didn't stick around in town.
Now, you were on the Cadillac tour, right?
No, this time we
the Hank
had a
Williams,
very nice vehicle, and the vehicle that we traveled in was known as the loneliest van I ever had.
The
No,
loneliest.
man, you missed it. I'm the loneliest van you ever missed it.
See,
You know, seriously.
yeah, he's sitting right there.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I had to just swoop down. Excuse me, but I missed you on the road.
Yeah.
On the road and again. I remember it was your favorite theme song when we went out on the road and together.
Y'all went on tour to Australia together, didn't you?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
We had some marsupials there.
And Dyke had 18 Aboriginal stand-up bass players. But
All on one night, or
people-
spread out over the
people
entire
love-
tour?
People love Van Dyke, and they always have loved Kinky, and he was a huge hit. And the aberrational, I would say the juxtaposition of our two lives and our personalities was such that the Australian people embraced us to their bosom.
No, it's with question. We had a great tour of force. Yeah, it was amazing. The Kingster, I opened for him, and I said, well, you know, you do back and forth, you know, you and me, and I said, no, up and down, I'm not following you. And we went around Australia.
And many people have nervous breakdowns when they fly all the way to Australia.
Right, 17 hours.
And they kind of review their lives and they say, what the fuck am I doing in 18 hours? And that didn't happen to us.
No,
it was just our normal
I
selves.
just loved your agent. I loved that Chinese guy. That was great.
Oh, that guy. That was autistic, you mean? The guy who never spoke a word
Oh,
in
I
the territory?
can't.
Was he autistic or Chinese?
No,
He
he
was a
wasn't.
bloody cunt.
No,
as we say.
I put the cunt in the
Man,
country.
like what?
I knew I was
Oh, yeah,
going
Carlene.
He wore a Joan Jett
All
t-shirt.
I say, we got out of there.
The same one or
Same
every day?
Joan Jett
We
t-shirt.
got out of there in the black. We played Australia, and it was black print, and we made a profit.
Oh, they loved
and
it.
I
Y'all
had
took
a
some
ball
cash home.
Crowd
Being
loved
with
it.
this guy.
I mean,
and
the press loved us, too.
no, it was amazing. We got a lot of print.
All right.
So it was
Next
amazing.
question, Stephen.
I heard the girls in Australia are a lot of fun.
Well, we didn't find out. We're deeply involved in a homosexual maelstrom.
I'm sorry.
A homosexual fugue, I would say.
Fugue?
Across the country of Australia.
A sad
We
moment.
could not tell you about the women.
No, we felt shipwrecked on the Isle of Lesbos. Kind of like, you know, the Macedonians. But, you know, we were there, baby. We did the drill. We did it, man. We got down to the bicuspids. We had a ball. Didn't we? No,
blow
admit
my
it, man.
fucking brains out.
Come on, it was wonderful. And sometimes
It's the most hideous experience of my life.
there are a bunch of few people, but they know about him. It's just amazing to me how the territory, I called it an island, but it's a continent, they say.
It's a big ass island.
It's a big ass island, and they know all about this guy, and they're into the fine print, and really the case rests on his authorship,
Right.
and that's what they respect.
So,
And-
what, Kinky, you gonna?
Yeah,
What's the
fine.
new book going to be called?
Yeah, the computer.
I'm sorry, I'm taking over. as
No,
interviewer.
that's fine. I was,
Come on.
The
Go
new
ahead.
mystery is called The Return of Kinky Friedman by Kinky Friedman. Okay. And the memoirs, which we're working on. Also, the memoir will be called If You Fail at Something Long Enough, You Become a Legend.
what about the hard-boiled computer or something?
That's in the shitter.
That went
It's out.
went south, huh?
It went south. It's been replaced with The Return of Kinky Friedman by Kinky Friedman.
Okay, I'll have to update my story accingly. So
Yeah,
when you
hard
see
boiled
that,
computer.
don't
Well, the
please forgive
millennials
me.
and nobody else knows what hard-boiled even means. Nobody cares. Even Mojo probably doesn't even know what it means.
We already talked about Raymond
he
Chandler
knows-
for
he
fucking
knows-
15 minutes.
he knows
You
what-
know what? Like, just because I'm not as old as you,
Nobody's as old as me.
when God said, "Let there be light," you're the one that kicked the switch. Van Dyke is the one that held your hand.
I'd like to say this, at my age, there are 26 parts of the male anatomy that do not work. There's 20 nails that will not nail. There's one belly button that won't button. There's 2 teats that won't produce milk. There's 2 balls that won't bounce, and there's 1 cock that won't crow. And what are you smiling about, lady? You got a pussy that won't chase mice.
The dozens.
The 26 parts of the male anatomy that do not work.
You heard it here for the first time.
For the first time. Okay,
At
so
McCabe's.
what was the name of that song for copyright?
Well, that's what was reduction of I ain't got nobody, but nobody cares for me. But, you know, that's, you know, the story of, that is the story of real authorship. You know, when somebody can do something and not worry about being recognized for who he is. I hate to be spiritual, but, you know, we're about ready to go on, and
Yeah.
my heart's in the work for Kinky Friedman.
I understand. Wow. So this is like wrapping it up for the year, and then you got more dates coming up next year. 2016.
Yeah, we've got a tour of the Southeast, a Southern Discomfort tour.
Yeah.
Coming up in February, and then we got I think a big tour of Europe is being set up in Germany, Switzerland, Austria, Scandinavia. That's always great. I was really pleasantly surprised, totally shocked. Not totally shocked. Well, mildly pleased.
Mildly
By the
amused.
German young people who filled these shows. I'm the new David Hasselhoff in Germany. I'm the thinking man's David Hasselhoff. And the audience is full of young people who know every song, they know all the lyrics.
Yeah, good.
And they may be the only people on earth that have learned something from their own history and their own experience.
Well, yeah.
We have not, in the words of Mark Twain, history does not repeat itself, but sometimes it rhymes. You've got enough, Van Dyke, unless you want to put a little icing on the cake.
No, I think that's the idea is to stay awake, and hence the questions of multiculturalism and stuff like that. I go to Berlin once a year. They're thinking about them.
And Van Dyke and I are doing Ride 'em Jew Boy together, the song that Nelson Mandela listened to in his prison cell on Robben Island. Smuggled cassette tape.
That's what I heard. That's a great story. What did you think about that,
He
Van
hasn't
Dyke?
heard it.
You didn't hear that story?
Tonight, he'll hear it live from me. I'll be telling him.
Cool.
But this is not that he played it once. I mean, he could have been playing "Get Your Biscuits in the Oven and Your Buns in the Bed." That's on the same cassette. But it was his sign-off. It was the last song Mandela played every night, and we get this from multiple sources. Now, the guy in the next cell, Tokyo Sexuale, that was Nelson's good night sign-off, very late, and it was Ride 'em Jew Boys. So, I mean, I really think, other than getting the Male Chauvinist Pig of the Year award in 1973 from the National Organization for Women, this may be the greatest award, a spiritual award. You know, it's not like a Grammy or something like that, but in a way, very few people can say this, you know. And it's remarkable.
It's better.
Yeah.
It's one of a kind.
Well,
Definitely
you know,
better.
the Grammys are self-congratulatory, but sometimes you receive a benefit, some recognition in your lifetime that for your spitting at the sun, okay, and doing something individual to make a difference.
You've won how many Grammys now?
I never accepted a Grammy.
You never accepted them, but how
He's
many?
like Waylon Jennings. Waylon would not.
No, I
accept
didn't
an
accept a Grammy. I don't do that. I don't believe that. I don't believe in that stuff.
Well, Van Dyke discovered so many fucking musicians and bands and stuff, and that it's remarkable. I mean, I met Van Dyke at Jimmy Webb's birthday party in about 1492.
We still hear from his aggrieved partner.
We met on the gang.
Why do I always end up with the widows? I don't know, but you know.
The widows or the weirdos?
Or the weirdos,
No.
the ones, the aggrieved,
Van Dyke, we better get a little show prep going on here.
Well,
Yeah,
hope so.
I'm gonna wrap it up and get the heck out of here
Okay.
because I know you guys are
Well, you've been
rocking.
very
but-
indecent, and we certainly depreciated that.
well, the pressure has been all mine.
Deservedly so.
And Stephen will read the piece later tonight,
Fair enough.
and we
Look-
thank you for it.
My pleasure.
Great.
Looking forward to the
How
show.
many
and
people see that piece? 13 or more? A lot?
13 or 14.
That's fine.
I mean, you could be a mental patient that's writing this. We think.
No, I'm the only one who read it. My wife read it. She thought it was okay. So
But you wrote it.
you're in there. Yeah, I'm guilty as charged. I wrote it. And a big fat wet kiss from Boyd back to you.
Oh, great.
Thanks again,
Thank
Kinky.
you, Stephen.
We'll talk to you soon.
So good. Thank you.
Really, really cool to meet you, Doctor.
Very good. Nice.
I hope
nice.
Van Dyke didn't fuck up this interview.
No,
No,
I
no,
did.
no,
It got kind of sad, didn't it?
Oh, a
Everything's
little
kinda
melancholy. Well,
We
you
wanted
know,
to end
you
up
kind of
with
set the tone for the
whole
album.
evening,
You
For the
know.
rest of the year, yeah.
All right.
For the new year.
Guys, have a great one.
Music
Our
is a
shit's
big
fucked
deal.
up, Steve.
It is.
That's the
But the
problem.
music is good.
Warren Zevon had everything.
That's right.
Thank you, bro.
Come back again.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.